this about? Not even comfortable. She don't care.
Okay.
Okay.
Look at these legs!
What is this?
That's some sexy stuff. Oh, they're getting longer.
Pillow Talk.
Hi everyone, it's Monday and it's Pillow Talk and we are here.
Okay.
People clicked on this video because they want to know what we think about some of the best/worst sex scenes in lesbian movies. Okay, also if it's a lesbian movie and you don't have a sex scene in it, are you a lesbian movie? If you just have a kiss scene and you made us watch a 2-hour movie for just a kiss, I'm mad at you. We didn't do all the lesbian movies, there's too many. We did, I say, probably the most popular ones. Most of them are also...
we picked the favorites.
Most of them are period dramas. A lot of layers of clothing to get through. Also, if you're the type of person that's like watching sex scenes in movies because you want to like get better at it, you're doing it wrong. Most of these movies we're going to talk about, don't learn from them. If you want to learn and get better in bed, then you got to check out this week's sponsor, which is Beducated. Beducated is an online course platform that has super easy to follow audio, video, and even written guides so that you can level up and upgrade your sex life. I've been doing some of the courses, and let me tell you, I've been a lesbian for a long time. I'm learning things. So I watched the course on oral sex, and I didn't realize how many different techniques there were. So you guys can subscribe to Beducated by using our custom sign-up link.
Some of the Beducated subscription benefits include unlimited access to all of the online courses,
There's over 100 hours of video and audio content.
tips from world-renowned educators,
There's new content up every single week.
and they have high-quality streaming on all devices.
Beducated is also offering a hot deal right now. That is, you can try all Beducated courses for 1 day for free.
And you get 70% off of a yearly pass with our coupon code UNSOLICITED.
Level up your love life and join Beducated now for $7.99 a month and get access to all of their courses.
And this discount will be locked for life and is only available for the next 48 hours. So make sure you check out the link in our description and use our promo code UNSOLICITED to subscribe to Beducated today.
Let's get into rating and talking about the sex scenes in lesbian movies. Women on women doing women.
Who would you like to start with?
Ammonite.
Ammonite.
The A's. Let's start with the A's.
We finally got some interesting position that I haven't seen in other movies.
Because Kate Winslet has said many a times that her and Saoirse choreographed their own sex scene, which means both of them have slept with women before. That's all I got from that.
And Kate Winslet has also said recently that she can think of at least 4 actors that are absolutely hiding their sexuality. And we're thinking Saoirse Ronan.
Yeah, which I am down for. I'm down for literally any celebrity that wants to come out, but especially cute ones. I think Ammonite is one of the top sex scenes in lesbian movies. I think it feels very realistic. I think you can tell Mary Anning has had that pent up since she slept with Fiona Shaw. I can't remember that woman's name. 10 out of 10 for me.
10 out of 10. I'm going to rate this sex scene, I'm going to rate it 7 out of 10.
Carol is the opposite, I think, of Ammonite, where it's shot very poetically. Music. It's close up.
It's more about movement.
Even though I love Carol, and I still think it's a great sex scene, Carol and Therese, they didn't go at it hard enough. That felt like that was the 10th time they've had sex, not the first.
But there was one instance of oral sex.
Well, I think Carol moves down for a second. That is not... Carol, it's not long enough, okay?
What were you rating this sex scene?
7 out of 10 for me.
As a film scene, beautiful, love it. As a sex scene...
Yeah, we're mostly sex scene.
Gotta be a 4 out of 10 for me.
Portrait of a Lady on Fire, which I don't even know if we can count it as a sex scene. There's a lot of morning afters, and there's a lot of befores.
Leading up.
We did get fingers in the armpit. That's the closest I think we got.
That really painted a picture of what they weren't showing.
But they seemed to like it.
And it went straight to a close-up where maybe you didn't know what you were looking at.
We knew.
Like when you send people a picture of your elbow
and
it
looks like your bum crack. There's not too much to talk about. The technique was pretty solid.
The armpit technique was good.
How would I rate the armpit? 6 out of 10.
Better than Carol or St. Part
No, Carol, 7 out of 10.
I am going to rate Portrait 5 out of 10. Because it gave us a little more detail than we got in Carol.
That's true. Also in Portrait, it felt more real. Because there's no music. It's just the sounds of saliva and breathing. That's French films, though. Because now we'll talk about Blue's the Warmest Color. Very different from Portrait. We are not going to compare it to Portrait.
Is this the longest sex scene out of any of these films?
I think so. No one has the stamina to do it for that long.
Also, lots of oral.
Also, that whole movie was ruined because the women did not enjoy doing it. So I'm just like,
0
out of 10 for me.
0.
The movie's very good.
Can't really go back
But
and
you
watch
can't,
it.
no.
But you know we can rate in Blue's the Warmest Color? All of the spaghetti eating.
It's maybe just as long as the sex scenes in it.
It's just kind of as graphic and visceral.
Do French people love spaghetti?
Because I would rate Adele's spaghetti eating like 7 out of 10.
I
it was pretty graphic.
Rate the look of the spaghetti as an 8 out of 10 because it looked good. I wanted to eat spaghetti. The World to Come, which the movie is you don't think there's going to be a sex scene.
A lot of period
And then-
pieces.
I know. Spoiler alert.
You haven't seen The World to Come.
But you know it's a period drama. Okay, so one of them's gonna die. Like, it's not a big spoiler. If you saw the trailer, you're like, they're gonna die. Like, you know.
Vanessa Kirby, she dies.
She dies.
Throughout the movie, there's all these dated journal entries, and then we just get a flash of all the dates and all of the times that they've had sex.
After she dies. So, the timing is really off with the sex scene.
Because you're crying. The sex scenes in this movie are very similar to Carol, where you don't
quick.
really get details, you get like movement in moments.
Again, they did it a lot, which I would have liked to see. Probably, honestly, like 50 sex scenes in it.
But condensed into
half
15
a
seconds.
second of each of them. But you know what? Vanessa Kirby was in it, so I'm giving it a 9 out of 10.
A 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10 for Vanessa Kirby.
I am going to rate this a 3 out of 10 because of the timing and that we didn't really see anything.
Yeah, well, 9 out of 10 for me.
We had to include Below Her Mouth on this list because really the whole
movie.
film is a sex scene.
That movie is sometimes, I'm like, where are your hands and what is happening?
Like, how is that angle?
How are you enjoying this? I don't understand the physics.
But we didn't really know what scene to pick because it's just the whole movie.
It's like everything you could have thought of that they could do, they do in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Another movie where I'm like, did you just have sex? Didn't we see it? I mean, like,
Are you gonna pick a sex scene to rate?
I'll do the one where I feel like she plays the guitar after or something. I don't know. They're like they're in Dallas's bedroom. Jasmine, is that her name?
Mm-hmm.
Jasmine and Dallas. It's a porno. What are those names? If your name is Jasmine or Dallas, I'm sorry. But the two combined is too much.
It's combined.
Yeah, it's combined. I think Jasmine was on top of Dallas.
Okay.
Riding her.
Okay, this is what you're rating.
That's what I'm rating.
Okay.
I will rate it an 8 out of 10 for a sex scene. The movie is a 0. Maybe a 1. But that sex scene, it's a pretty good, like, it's why you're watching the movie.
This is funny. We've never given Below Her Mouth good ratings for anything, but now
Well, this is a very specific rating.
You know what? I think this one, I'm going to agree with you. 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. And Erica Linder is gay, so she's probably like, let me handle it. Disobedience. They're in a hotel room. The wig is off.
Snatched.
Honestly, if the wig didn't come off, I would rate this much lower.
I think the like iconic moment from that sex
Everyone
scene
talks
is
about
the spitting.
It is a pretty good sex scene, minus the spitting, because the spitting is a bit jarring. Otherwise, Rachel Weisz also looks like she slept with she took control in that scene, and she's like, I'll do it.
All I can picture is the spitting. Let's just rate
blocks
the spitting.
We'll rate the spitting 2 out of 10.
What?
Well, you know what, Sarah? I would probably let Rachel Weisz spit in my mouth, okay?
Yes.
I can't give it a 0. 5 out of 10, okay? There.
I'm gonna rate it a 7 out of a 10.
Okay.
The Handmaiden, which also has a very long sex scene.
2. Well, it's the
One,
same one, but you
but we
see it from a
see it
different
twice.
perspective.
One's like the extended edition.
The women, it was like they were at a sleepover talking about the boy they like,
Yep.
and they were
Practicing.
practicing. And then it progressed to a 10-minute sex scene of everything you can imagine and more.
For two girls that are like, I've never done this before, they're like, okay, let's get into it.
Okay, but the one issue I do have with it is,
Yes.
do you know what was not good? And they could learn from Beducated? Oral sex. I don't think you just go little tongue in first and hope for the best. Ranking the overall scene, I say 9 out of 10. It's a good one. It's like worth watching. I mean, the movie's good. Korean movies also, I'm like 5 different plot twists in it.
So I'm gonna rate The Handmaiden 8 out of 10 because we got a sex scene early on, which was a bonus. We didn't have to wait an hour and a half till the end of the movie, but then it comes back, and it's like a longer version.
Better, stronger, pumped up sex scene. Honestly, Ammonite is just one of my top ones. Maybe just because of Kate Winslet.
Even though I rated Carol a little lower, I do love it because I love that the whole movie is about the build-up. Carol and Therese didn't have to like peel potatoes and pluck any chickens.
Carol would never. Leave a comment, your ratings for the sex scenes that we have given you, or if there's one we missed and you're like, this is actually the greatest sex scene of all time.
Also, if any straight men clicked this video thinking it was going to be a sexy lesbian video, subscribe to Beducated. Your girlfriend will thank you.
They don't have a girlfriend.
I think lesbians also have a reputation of being very good at sex.
We can make it better. Let's be the Simone Biles of sex and leave everyone in the dust.
Get better at sex. Your girlfriend and your next girlfriend and your...
And that girlfriend
next
that you're inviting
girlfriends.
to sleep with you and your girlfriend, also a course on that. Well, thank you.
Thank you again to Beducated for sponsoring this week's video. And thank you guys for watching Pillow Talk Monday.
We'll see you next Monday. Goodbye.